The walk starts from Goring and Streatley station. The walk crosses the bridge over the Thames into Streatley and joins the Thames Path towards Moulsford. St Mary's Church in Streatley. Now joining the grassy Thames Path by the bank of the River Thames. And there's the River Thames. And there's the path ahead, the Thames Path. Splendid views along the River Thames now. It's nice and cool today, ideal for walking. And that's the way ahead. Now left the Thames Path, the walk has gone up to the main A329 along a small road on the left from the main road, and now it joins this track. Now views start to open up, pity about the pylons, but that's looking back over the Thames Valley. I've risen from the Thames Valley. I'll now pan round and show you the path ahead. And that's the way ahead. On the path approaching the Wantage A417 road. Sadly I have to follow that road for a few hundred yards. But still, great views all around. The walk along the A417 was truly dire, but I've turned off it along this byway. That's the way ahead, towards the track known as the Fair Mile. A short way up the Fair Mile there's this great view over to the left. That's the way ahead. Now the Fair Mile has opened up to fantastic views. And an army of scrambler bikes in the background. Still on the Fair Mile, over to the right there's a view of Didcot Power Station. That's the way ahead, along the Fair Mile. At this path junction the walk bears left, up here. That's the way ahead. I've made a slight detour to visit the summit of Lowbury Hill for the fantastic views. More views from the top of Lowbury Hill. There's a view of Didcot Power Station from the top of Lowbury Hill. Back on the walk there's a sea of wild poppies to the right of the path. Now joining a section of the Ridgeway long distance path. I've just come off that footpath marked to the left here. And that's the way ahead along the Ridgeway. At this point the walk turns right off the Ridgeway down another byway. And that's the way ahead. Further along that path, in the last clip, the view opens to the left across Streatley Warren to the Chiltern Hills. Further along there's a view over another part of Streatley Warren to the Chiltern Hills. After a short distance along a road, the walk joins this track heading towards Aldworth village. Over to my left there are more great views. There's a great view of St Mary's Church, Aldworth. The church dates back to Norman times. Aldworth was known as Eliord or Old Town at the time of the Domesday Book. Here's another view of St Mary's, Aldworth. There's an old well in Aldworth constructed in 1868, and there's the Bell Inn, Aldworth. From Aldworth the walk follows this scruffy old path across fields. By the way, you may have heard in other clips that the aircraft noise in this area is just unbelievable. The path from the last clip continues through a field of oilseed rape. At least it's passable. The walk joins the B4009 through Westridge Green. I've escaped from the B4009 along this track with some great views ahead. The track descends through woodland. Just look at that great view ahead, and that track is the way ahead. Heading back to join another section of the Ridgeway, the path goes along this valley. I've now rejoined the Ridgeway, which is a metalled road at this point. The walk leaves the Ridgeway along this enclosed path. It's starting to rain off and on a bit. The enclosed path eventually leads across a golf course, and here are some great views looking back from the top of the golf course. It's a very hilly golf course. That's the way ahead. I've not seen any of these today, but until now, these are the old Berkshire footpath signs with the style symbol. Still on the golf course. That's the way ahead. Looking back at the end of the path across the golf course to a fantastic view. Now for the final stretch back to Streatley, I'm entering the National Trust property of Lardon Chase. Views over the Goring Gap from Lardon Chase. That's the way ahead. Now descending to Streatley from Lardon Chase, with fantastic views all around. Now back in Streatley, all that remains is to cross the River Thames and head back to the station. Now crossing the Thames on my way back to the station. And now back at Goring and Streatley station, and the end of today's walk.